that bail has been granted to 51-year-old businessman André Pienaar. This after the Bloemfontein High Court reversed the Senekal Magistrate Court's ruling on that matter. Now, Pienaar approached the High Court after his bail was denied last week by Magistrate Brendin, who said that Pienaar would interfere with witnesses and was a flight risk. Judge Celeste Reinders ruled that Pienaar should be released on bail of 15,000 rand. Now, for more on that story, I'm joined on the line by Jacques Potgieter, who is André Pienaar's lawyer. Mr. Potgieter, thank you very much for your time today. If you could put things into perspective for us, why you and your legal team felt it was worth your while to appeal the non-granting of bail for the suspect.
Thank you very much, Tommy. I appreciate it, and thank you for the time and for having me on. Well, we felt that the magistrate made certain errors in certain findings that he made, and we felt that we should exercise Mr. Pienaar's right to appeal the judgment, and we are very happy that it was then granted by Judge Reinders today.
Brendin had made.
I beg your pardon?
And what were the errors that you believe were made?
Well, we do believe that it was erroneously founded by the learned magistrate that the client is going to interfere with witnesses, or that there's a likelihood that he would interfere with witnesses. We maintained that that was not the case, and we are glad that that specific finding was overturned.
You also made some allegations saying that Judge Mlangeni had mistreated Mr. Pienaar. Give us details on that, and in what way you believe that he was mistreated by the courts.
No, I think that is not what we held, or that is also not what we presented to the judge. What we did say is that we felt that the learned magistrate, in giving his reasons for judgment, made some findings prematurely, in the sense that it seemed as if he made pronouncements on the guilt of Mr. Pienaar before the trial had started, and that is what we presented to the judge, to say that at this stage he still should be presumed innocent until proven guilty at the trial, and that at this time for bail that was not a pronouncement that should have been made at this stage.
We believe that Mr. Pienaar has bipolar, and you mentioned in one of the reports that you believe that this was used against him. If you could just flesh that out for us, and in what way do you believe it was used against him?
Well, that specifically from, I say that because Mr. Pienaar has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, that he cannot be controlled, and for that reason he deemed him to be a violent person that would likely commit acts of violence in future. And that is what we meant by saying that it should not have been held against him that he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and that there was no evidence to support that specific finding.
Now that bail has been granted for 15,000 rand, what is the way forward regarding this case?
Well, Tommy, that remains to be seen. We are due back in court on the 20th of November. It is for the state to finalize investigations, and we will take it one step at a time once we find out how far the investigations have progressed on the 20th. At this stage, we still have to await the state's go-ahead to say that they are satisfied with the investigations.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Mr. Potgieter. That's Jacques Potgieter, a lawyer representing André Pienaar, who's just been granted bail of 15,000 rand.